Jumping up at center court. It is Sebastian Williams-Adams making his first career start at Auburn. And Todd Brogna for Merrimack. It is Williams-Adams winning the tip. And off we go here in Neville Arena.
When you talk about patience against this zone defense right now, what you have to look for is being able to screen it. You move the ball from side to side, move people and the ball, but more importantly, break it down by screening.
Auburn tries to go inside. Auburn was worried about tip passes. There they get the first steal of the night for Merrimack with Andres Marrero. Marrero. They forced 14 in the open.
Your zone defense is going to put you in a position where you're going to use your arms. You're going to talk about deflections to the inside. Auburn's going to have to fake a pass, to make a pass.
And the backdoor cut inside, taken away by Overton.
What Auburn has to learn right there is when you're defending, what's more important, seeing the ball or seeing the man? It's seeing the ball.
Offensive putback, rims out for Jovic.
Try to up the tempo of the game, shorten the window of decision by you being able, you have to make quick passes, quick actions to get open against their pressure defense.
Merrimack shot just 32% in the opener. That one falls short from deep for Brogna.
Brogna was 0 for 8 in their first game. He's struggling to knock down a shot.
This is on his first free throw attempt of the season.
These young men are a little bit nervous. He's got to stay on the line, shoot that. Fingertips are going into the rim now. They're just nice, fluid mechanics of shooting the ball to the rim.
Missed them both, and Auburn shot it well from the free throw line in the opener, 71. Missed them both, and Auburn shot it well from the free throw line in the opener, 71%. This one's still scoreless in the second possession for Merrimack.
Overton on top does a great job on pressuring the ball.
Straightaway three, Dorsett finds iron. Pettiford tied up, lost it, but falls to Overton.
What you like to see with Auburn right there is 4 people going after the ball, after the shot. Shot missed by Pettiford, quick shot. You have to have patience against this zone offense. That's what Merrimack wants you to do, is shoot it quick.
Shelton straight away breaks the scoreless tie.
Ernest Shelton out of Philadelphia, Father Judge High School. You get into that Catholic League with these young men, they understand the game, that they play a great caliber game, and in terms of their basketball IQ is always outstanding.
He was 33% in the opener, transfer from Grant University. Pettiford goes to the corner, quick release to Hall. Reversing back is Keyshawn Hall. Hall with 28, with a floater, got it.
His ability to put it on the floor and create for himself, that definitely was a shot that he created on his own movement.
Quick trigger for Dorsett. Auburn crashing the boards well on both ends of the floor. Hall backside to Pettiford. Auburn looking for Stephen Pearl. They want to see at least 4 or 5 passes, Coach Champion, with that entry pass to the lane. There they get it. Williams-Adams can't find it. Recovered by Jovic inside. Got it to go and one. Williams-Adams with a finish in
every possession.
Kid described by his head coach Stephen Pearl as tough. He scored 31 off the bench in the exhibition against Oklahoma State. And violation goes against Auburn. No, a foul inside against Auburn. That'll give Merrimack the possession with the Tigers up by 1.
Merrimack right now starts with that dribble entry, dribble weave out front. They want Auburn to switch. Auburn is staying on the inside shoulder and force them to go wide.
Marrero nearly lost it. Three for the lead, left long. Keyshawn Hall pulling it in for Auburn to hold the Auburn lead. Merrimack getting Auburn to slow and set up into that 2-3. Auburn not able to push as much as they would like.
Merrimack's not getting them to slow down. thank goodness Auburn is slowing down. Tahad's taking control, but they have to flash that high post area and break him down. Force that zone. You like everything about his game. He's a unique combo of speed and explosiveness, and once again plays every possession.
First turnover in the backcourt. Tahad spots up and off the mark. Hall crashing the boards yet again. Auburn's top rebound.
Allowing 64 points a game.
Auburn takes it strong to the rim with Keyshawn Hall. He's got 4.
Keyshawn Hall right now has shown me some body language that it's all about taking over this game offensively on the inside. And that's a big key, but what I like about his scoring, he's upped his defensive play also. We have some size in the game now for Auburn. 7-footer.
Inside is Emeka Opurum. Underneath, forces the miss against Brogna and rips the rebound away. All finding Bashir.
Bashir known for his scoring, coming out of junior college, just a pure shooter from the perimeter, a catch and shoot type, and extend their bench with Freeman, Bashir, and Opurum.
What a finish by Kennedy in contact. Didn't get the call, but still made the finish off the glass. Auburn goes for the lob with Bashir. Falls to the hands of Merrimack. First turnover of the night for Auburn. Herrero had space on the misfire. Merrimack 2 of 7 from the field, just 1 of 5 from 3. Tigers working underneath.
It's a learning curve for this young man. He's played in the system. He's won championships. He's given Auburn the best years, so he knows the system. He played it at Tennessee and won championships. Right now, it's just about game management of working these young men, a whole new roster, except for Tahad, to get them to believe in the system that has been successful for Coach Bruce Pearl, and now for the Auburn Tigers with Steven.
Across the board.
It's mind-boggling to talk about in steals. They're 7th in the nation, steals at 9.5, 15th in the nation in turnovers, forced, but yet rebounding, they were one of the worst teams. I just don't understand, because of the discipline and the way they just play together.
Opurum with a floater, missed it, but got the foul on the second attempt.
Well, what I like right now, you got Caden Magwood in there leading this team. You're seeing the movement. The only constant in there right now is Keyshawn Hall, but they're still staying with the tempo. They're still staying with the defensive effort, and right now you're seeing a defensive attitude by this Auburn Tigers team.
A tough go at the free throw line tonight for Auburn. Tigers 0 of 3. Opurum with 3. One of a handful of D1 transfers, or excuse me, of transfers from non-D1 schools for the Tigers. Kennedy shifts left to right, finds a lane, and sealed off by Freeman. Stays on that end. Okazi kicks out, goes strong to the back.
Do not stop at any time unless the whistle blows. When the whistle doesn't blow, you're playing. Whether you go out of bounds or not, get back in and keep the energy going.
Alou Cisse at the free throw line. Transfer from University of Bridgeport. He was the CACC Player of the Year, first team all-conference, averaging 19 points a game. Missed the free throw, got his own rebound, kicks out for the tray. Shelton missed it long.
Now we're looking at their long-range shots. They struggled, only shot 27% against South Dakota State, and they're having the same struggles tonight.
Auburn now 1 of 5 after that missed 3, but they lead 12-6. Tipped by Auburn. Warriors will keep after this timeout. 11:56.
Explosive game because he knocked down some shots, but right now they don't have an inside attack. They're starting with the high post and just they got to dribble, drive, and make cuts.
And Meade with a dump off to Cisse, but off the rim and out. Tough miss for the senior. Freeman with a pump fake drive, Euro step, and the floater finish. Nice move inside, Elijah Freeman.
Props to Freeman, that was a great move. A Euro step with some length.
And Meade pushing with a fall away and didn't have the shooter's roll.
That's, in terms of a Euro step, this is big time by Elijah Freeman right there. Gets the defense going left, and he slides right into the lane for an easy 2. Freeman is on a lot of NBA boards because of his size, his ability, his skill level.
And Meade hits his second for his first point of the night.
Second part of the first half, and Auburn has already played 9 players, so they're showing they've lengthened their bench. Stephen Pearl doing a great job of getting some bench players in there.
Well, and tonight, Coach, why is that important? Auburn wasn't able to do that as much in the
ball, taking care of weak side and not permitting any straight line drives. Important part of your defensive scheme. And like I said, Auburn is a 3-level defense. They're going to protect the rim, they're going to contest the 3-point shot, and then alter your 2-point mid-range shots.
Sebastian Williams-Davis cashes in at the free throw line. Auburn seeking a stop without a foul here this possession.
Merrimack is not really getting any rhythm to their offense because there's just too much dribbling, not enough screening. They're spacing Auburn out, but they're spacing them out and not breaking them down.
Tigers got a hand on it last. Warriors will have a new 20-second shot clock underneath. Subs on the floor.
Auburn does a great job in terms of baseline out of bounds. Merrimack aware of that. Coach Gallo has them in a spread on the right wing, screen the screener and come back in. Auburn does a great job of that play.
Tigers 5 of their last 7 shooting. Merrimack 0 of their last 7. High post, Williams-Adams looking for a teammate, instead puts it on the floor. Doesn't find the rim, taken away by Valette.
Jovic out of position on rebounding on the weak side. He has to learn when his teammate is pounding it down the lane, get on that weak side for an opportunity to rebound and score.
Got a hand on it was Magwood. Saving it, Sebastian Williams-Adams.
Magwood pulling it back out, getting them into a pattern to attack this zone defense.
Overton saying, let's push the tempo. 10 to shoot for Auburn. Overton thought about it, passed on it, catch and shoot deep for Magwood. Crossing to the rebound, Valette. Merrimack's only lead 3-0, the first basket of the game. Auburn's chipped away and taking control. Guerrero picks up the dribble, Valette giving off to Shelton, 1 dribble and pull up. Not a high percentage shot. And Jovic pushing with Overton.
Zone defense.
At tip for Marrero to bait Overton. It's Merrimack a new possession. Marrero on the logo, pump fake, kick. 3-ball Stinson off the left side. Rebound, stuffed out of there by O'Burham. Marrero driving, blocked again. This time Sebastian Williams-Adams. That Auburn defense stingy inside the paint.
Impressive sway and O'Burham just being in a position to stay with the shooter and just attack and have patience when they left their feet. The turnovers, were by great defensive tactics by this Merrimack team in terms of seeing the ball, deflecting the ball, good hands, and just good sense on the ball. When you're defending now at both ends, the key is what are you going to permit the ball handler to see? What are you going to permit the ball to see? And you want to take away the vision. And if you just get a one-on-one with teammates helping, you have the advantage. And Auburn's had the advantage defensively of just playing great team defense.
That pass tipped. Saved by Freeman. Auburn has several spread out with at least 4 or 3 points tonight. 5 Tigers to be exact. They go low post. Williams-Adams dumps off O'Perham for the flush inside.
And we talked about 5 passes. That was 8 passes. A great job by Auburn. Swayed it, bounce pass it inside. That's the one key technique that most players need, is that soft bounce pass to your teammate in that post area.
Merrimack 0 of their last 13. Make it 14 with the offensive rebound for Stinson. They are 1 of their last 17 total. Flying in rebound. O'Perham wins the battle. Williams-Adams with a tray. Nice look, but off the mark. Tigers on a 6-0 run and stepped out of bounds. That's something Coach Joe
Cutting rather than screening people. You have to, this Auburn defense is too good. If you don't break them down and make the defense make decisions on who they're covering and how they're guarding the ball, then you put yourself in a position where you're just going to throw shots up. And they're 1 for 12 from the 3-point arc and 2 for 22 with shots.
John Pettiford looking for his first points. Lobbed over, goes to Hall in contact and made the finish.
That shows the strength of Deshaun Hall, his ability to just jump into the body of the defender and finish the shot.
Well, that's what I was impressed with watching the highlights from the opener. He's got an inside game, but he's also got an outside game where he can knock down the big shot.
That's what I mentioned about being a 3-level shooter.
Breaking the ice, Keyshawn Murphy, or excuse me, I apologize, Ernest Shelton, his second 3 of the night, leading scorer for Merrimack.
He's got a nice stroke. It's just a matter of trusting your shot with your mechanics, getting your feet underneath you and putting yourself in a position to believe in your shot.
Scored 15 in the opener. Here's Bashir, and able to answer. Hung on the rim and got it.
And there's the breakdown for Auburn. Got the ball into the high post. Hall makes a great quick decision, gets the ball to Bashir on the top wing, and has an open lane to shoot it. Once again, no screening action by this Merrimack team. Auburn is too good defensively with too many good athletes to cover the one-on-one dribble.
Able to get the shot in the corner for Letts. Auburn all over the rebounding tonight inside.
How about our man inside? Mecca is making a name for himself in terms of his minutes played because of his rebounding ability and his altering shots.
Ball out of bounds against Auburn. When he was one tonight, I was interested to see what his minutes would be, what his role with Bees. Made good use of him so far.
He certainly has.
25-10, 4:40 to go in the first half, coach, for Merrimack in this offense.
So Purim and just trying to find a way.
Dahan with a feed. Hall with a muscle, out of bounds. It'll go to Merrimack. No, excuse me, stays here. My apologies.
You know, it's interesting to watch Hall. This is a contact sport. He's a big man in there. He's going to have to learn to get a little bit more physical when he's trying to finish his shot. At 6'7", 240.
Pettiford hands off O'Perham, kicks back out. And there you see Auburn's patience.
Fly at you. Merrimack flies at you defensively, but then loses the ability to cover on the inside.
Here's this week's SEC Network featured volleyball matchup. Number 4 Texas takes on Florida at the O'Connell Center in Gainesville on senior night for the Gators. Should be a great one tomorrow at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. You can always watch it on the all-new ESPN app. O'Perham continues to perform tonight for Auburn. He's got 7. And a warning from Steven Anderson on the baseline. Full court press for Auburn. Tigers on a 15-3 run in the last 7:05. Shelton, the leading scorer, with 2 trays. Lobs it and knocked away by Keyshawn Hall. Ball will stay on Merrimack's side. He averaged 20 points per game in the Big 12. He'll have a chance to make a similar impact on the Plains this season for Auburn.
Well, he's a hard guard when you look at his ability to score at all levels. And he can be put in with Miss Dangerous down low.
Tigers' streak continues. 16-3 run. Carry it inside with a stop by O'Perham. Catch and shoot tray. Marrero misfires.
2 hustle rebounds by Merrimack. This is the 3rd opportunity.
And Shelton able to answer with his 3rd triple from downtown.
Well, Shelton's the only one with a hot hand for this Merrimack team right now.
Breaks an 8-0 run for the Tigers. Bashir with an answer. And I think it made contact with that for the block. Here's the follow-away baseline jumper. Good look. Rebound again. Wukazi. And a foul inside. It'll go against Emeka O'Perham, his 2nd. Well, one thing that's been key for Merrimack the last 2 possessions, offensive rebounding. They've out-rebounded Auburn 9-5 tonight on the offensive boards.
Well, you get back to that foul right there by O'Perham. He was vertical, but Wakazi does a great job of jumping into his chest and his hands come down. He's showing his skill level, especially at the defensive end, which Auburn needs a rim protector.
Yeah, think about what Auburn lost in the post from last year to this year. One of the concerns coming in, how will Auburn fare in the post this season?
You look in the post last year, Janai Broom, Dylan Cardwell, Cheney Johnson, just 3 guys that affected the game because of their defense. Patience.
8-0 run in the last 59 seconds. Tahad dumps it off to Freeman in the corner. Can Auburn finish strong in the last 2 minutes? Tahad on the run with a right hand and finishes.
And it all started with the screening. Sway does a great job of screening the guard. And Tahad is so capable. Tahad is so capable. Freedom to be the extension of the coach on the floor and in the locker room.
Well, credit to Coach Pearl. Tahad came back after the coaching change right at the start of preseason for the Tigers. Shelton to Mead. Kick out straight away, Brogna. And the shooting woes continue. Merrimack less than 17%.
Look what I found. Slade finds it on just a deflection, and picks it up and scores. Freeman going in, loses the handle. Who finds it? But Sway, Sebastian Williams-Adams. And he's telling everybody, what a shot.
A freshman out of Houston, Texas, making his first collegiate start tonight. Talk about another big man inside that's had an impact for Auburn.
What a freshman talent in Sebastian Williams-Adams. Size, quickness, basketball IQ, shooting at all 3 levels.
Driving baseline. That was a lose. Sisse taking it to the hole.
As I mentioned earlier, you have your 2 point guards in there. You got Tahad going to that 2 position, which he played a lot of last year with Denver.
Pettiford with space. Freeman saves the rebound, takes it up strong, wants the foul, cleaned up by Sebastian Williams-Adams.
Once again, Freeman and the rest of these first-year players for Auburn are going to have to understand this is a contact sport. And you can go in, you're going to get knocked around, but you also can absorb that and finish those shots through contact.
Well, especially come January, right?
That's true. When the SEC opens its door with 6 of those teams in the top 25 right now, most of any conference, we're tied with 2 other conferences, but you try to discuss it and have a plan. And then when that doesn't work, when practice comes about, you work on that technique of just contesting shots in a manner that the player can understand.
Marrero trying to get at least 2, and he does. I'll make it 39-22.6 ticks off the clock. And that's how the first half comes to an end in Neville.
Right now is Shelton with 12 points, so if I'm Auburn, I know where number 3 is. And then from there we can switch off, but you stay.
He is back on the floor to start the second half. Catch and shoot, Marrero. Ball tipped out. Jovic tracks it down for Auburn. Low post, quick to Williams-Adams. He was a hot target in the first half of play for Auburn.
Key for both teams now, these first 4 minutes. How do you attack? Where'd you make your adjustment? And right there, poor pass by Sway. Throwing it in crowd and compounding it by committing a foul going down the floor.
That one on Sebastian Williams-Adams as he cuts off Ty Dorsett. First team foul of the half for Auburn.
Merrimack's got to put themselves in a position where they run better cuts and better screens to attack the rim.
Brogna made contact with 2 Tigers. That'll be on Jovic, his second person. Brogna to the charity stripe, and
he's awarded the 2 points.
Field goal good, his first of the night. So this will be an and 1 free throw. First free throw of the year is a miss for the junior forward.
You know, last year that was his job description, to come off the bench and ignite this Auburn team offensively. But he had a cast of characters that were outstanding, and you saw the great season that Auburn had last year. Now he has to grow into a position where he leads this team and just gets everyone involved before he has the opportunity to take charge.
3 gives Pettiford 7 points. That one knocked into the backcourt by Kennedy. Tigers have 5 to shoot. Pettiford again. Jovic had it. Kennedy running the point, a freshman out of Philadelphia, has had some good pace tonight. Only 2 points after 10 in his collegiate debut. Working on Jovic, lost it. Tigers in transition, flying high, unable to finish was Hall, but Jovic cleaned it up on the backside.
Great hustle by the Auburn team. Not only Hall taking it to the rim, but he had 2 teammates there to recover it if he missed.
Kennedy hits from deep. 3 ball keeping Merrimack in it tonight. They're 5 of 21 shooting the 3.
The pace of the game right now is turned in favor of Merrimack because Auburn has to show patience and get some good shots, good looks.
Overton on the run and has the finish.
Very nice floater by Kevin Overton. Just so many players will long jump rather than high jump. He elevated once he got in the lane. He was soft left-handed shot, looked like Dick Barnett.
Thought he was one of the defensive player of the game. In the corner, rims out. By the way, that's Overton's 3rd foul. They'll have to sub out for the Tigers. On the baseline, having to go get it is Williams-Adams. Takes care of it inside.
Impressive how Sway caught that ball with strength and got a level shot up to knock it down.
And on the other end, Ty Dorsett knocks down his first tray. Dorsett again, 19 points in the opener against South Dakota State. 3 fouls early, scoreless in the first half. That's his first bucket tonight. Pettiford with a crossover, dumps it off to the corner. Hall, back to Pettiford. Head fake tray. Second hand finish by O'Perham, can't get there.
Well, he still deflected the ball, deflected. Auburn 57 right now, so there's just a sense of Auburn's finding a way to beat this zone defense. Merrimack has made a decision to put themselves in a place where they're attacking with some outside shots and quick shots.
The Tigers continue to win the battle on the boards, and it pays dividends, giving Auburn a second trip to the free throw line.
It's all about those hustle points, their ability to secure a second opportunity, shoot and draw a foul. And now Hall goes to the line, shooting 2.
He's 3 of 4 tonight. That made free throw puts him in double figures. Second Tiger to hit that mark tonight. He joins teammate Sebastian Williams-Adams, who has 11. And he got them both to tie him.
Auburn continues with a full court pressure, just trying to slow the ball down and push it to one side so you can have your help side and just force them away from the basket with great on-the-ball pressure.
And Meade looking for the pass inside, off the shoe, lobbed it to Hodge, flying high, and a goaltend by Ed Meade.
Meade got up there. Impressive how the ball's on the floor and Sway makes a great pass. Meade.
It's Tahad in stride.
At 5'10", showed his jumps.
He puts one up on the baseline that fell short.
Auburn right now trying to attack that high post area and screening the ball defender up on top to break down the defense.
Falling away, Keyshawn Hall drains it. Hall's first 3 of the night puts him at 14. Tigers on a 7-0 run. They've hit 5 of their last 6. And a steal for Keyshawn Hall. Tigers push it. Up and over, flying high around the cylinder, but a foul. Keyshawn wanted the finish. He'll still get a chance at the free throw line.
Great one-arm pass. Hall lines it up. Great shooting mechanics. Auburn bench looks like they want a foul called on that three-point shot, but they were denied. But Hall makes a great steal at the other end. Takes it the length of the floor, a little crossover move. Finger rolls it to the rim.
Foul was on Kennedy, by the way, his 3rd.
The problem with the zone defense that Merrimack is running, it's tough. It's not a comeback defense. It's a containing defense, and they'll have to find a way having to get out of it and set some traps to push this game to their advantage.
Tigers up comfortably, 57-30 on a 13-3 run. Driving, Cisse had it knocked away, but Pettiford hits them both. Good ball effort, diving on the baseline. Elijah Freeman causing the disruption. His teammates loved it. Be an inbound deep in the corner. Stinson triggers, but a foul off the ball. Sebastian Williams-Adams collided as Kennedy trying to break free.
That was an easy call. They could have thrown a flag on that one for defensive holding.
We'll send Jovic back in the game as Adams picks up his 3rd. Merrimack got hot early this half with a pair of 3s. Auburn's been on a 15-3 run ever since, 11-0 in the last minute 43.
Auburn's doing a great job of covering that downstream and switching and then coming back out. Great rebounding position, the opportunity to run the floor.
Hall had it stripped by Kennedy, but a whistle. And Kennedy wishes that one had gone the other way. Good effort. Thought he made a clean stop. There'll be a foul on the floor, not a shooting foul. And for Kennedy, tough break for him. That's the freshman's 4th foul. Mushalik back in the game for Auburn. Waiting on the official signal from Steven Anderson. We got it. And a quick three from Freeman. That was blocked. Up and under. Keyshawn Hall with the right hand.
Freeman's release was sort of slow for Merrimack defender to come and deflect that shot.
Stinson throws it up, got it, and one. Nice finish.
Jalen Stinson with the ability to take the ball on the baseline and use the rim for protection. Just good head fake, stutter step right there. Steps away and catches Hall off balance.
It's the and one.
Another Philadelphia. Yeah, that's looks like a gold mine for Coach Gallo to get into the Philadelphia Catholic schools. Catholic League.
Such great college basketball up in Philadelphia. Foul called here in the front court against Stinson. Had a chance to go to LaSalle a couple years ago to call a men's game. Again, some great college basketball up there.
Oh, Big Five. Big Five with LaSalle, Villanova, Penn. St. Joseph, and one more.
Duquesne.
No, Duquesne's in Pittsburgh. You needed orienteering class.
Pettiford. Mushalik and Stinson. Temple, goodness. And Mushalik won the battle. And the Auburn fans, the Auburn jungle in particular, loves it behind us. I'm disappointed I missed that one. Pettiford zips one to Freeman. Hustles for the rebound and stripped and got it back. Lots of contact and a whistle after he hits the deck.
Getting a little sloppy now with the play, but it's all about hustle, and the hustle was the first part of that. Auburn up 61-32, 12:26 to go. Merrimack only shooting 23%.
By the way, your broadcast partner from Monday night wanted me to ask you a question.
I decline.
You decline? Okay.
I don't even want to know the question. And you should know better than that.
Just figure while I had you in a spirited mood, I would shoot my shot.
Yeah, well, your shot fell short.
61-32.
It fell short just like Freeman's free throw.
Deep three from Marrero, swish. Stops a 13-2 run for Auburn. And the three ball has been the saving grace tonight from this Merrimack offense. 7 for 25. Into the high post to Hall, kicks it back out Freeman. Back to Hall.
On an exhibition situation, you're going to play 10, 11 people just to evaluate. And because of the way college basketball and football has turned with the transfer portal, you have to know your team and you have to grow as a team. So many new faces, so many new minds, have to believe in the system. They have to buy in. Probably the toughest job now for a college coach is the ability to motivate, to have these players in sync with your system. Even though your system took you to the Final Four and has won 5 SEC champions, these players weren't a part of it. So they have to grow into it, and they have to believe it. That's the job of the coach.
Elijah Freeman called for the foul, holding the jersey on the way to the basket.
Looks like Merrimack has upped their speed on their cuts now offensively.
And there's a foul falling away. Andres Barrero. No, it's reversed in Auburn's favor.
Started with the kick. He had the kick out there, which was called. Great call by Steven Anderson, crew chief tonight. He was right on it. Okay, here comes Merrimack now with 11:42 to go. They're finding a way to put some pressure on a 1-2-2 scheme, three-quarter. Just finding a way to change the tempo of the game. Then they fall back into their matchup zone.
Auburn getting the freshman Caden Magwood some more minutes. Lob inside, big hammer. Emeka Opurum with a finish.
That's an added bonus for this Auburn team to have a 7-footer down low, being able to catch and slam.
Opurum, it's another steal for Auburn. And Magwood avoids two defenders to take that one away. Five to shoot. Lob again!
There's a neat pass or shot. Great blocker of shots. And then offensively, he's got great hands and feet to rise up and slam that ball down.
And fake three off balance for Marrero.
So I think that's a big plus for Auburn. Now, a lot of bench players getting minutes, which is important. Especially, I'd like to just get into rhythm, let his teammates trust him, and then go and deliver the ball to the hot hands. And if need be, he could shoot it too.
Cutting to the basket, and Brogdon had a step. Nice finish, quick finish with the right hand.
Auburn continues to use the screen up on top on their ball handler. Opurum doing a great job of coming up, setting a screen, and then splitting to the rim. Doing a short roll into the paint rather than going all the way to the basket.
Talk about stretching the bench. That was a talking point for Coach Pearl, evening out those minutes. Here, Coach, what are you looking for from the second group here?
Well, just a continuation of good patience offensively, getting the ball after 5-pass offense, and then being able to rebound the ball.
Elijah Freeman got a foul on the floor, went over the back. On a second attempt at the rebound. That's the 7th team foul for Auburn. Now both teams are in the bonus with 9:15 to play. You see Coach Stephen Pearl has a message for his guys on the bench.
Well, it's just staying in tune right now. You have a game where you're in control. Just stay with the system, and that's what Coach Pearl wants to see. He wants to have these players aligned with what he's asking them to do, and just follow that pattern, having patience in the half court, being able to score early on rebounds and steals, but then have a 5-pass offense when he has to go back into the quarter court.
Stephen Pearl, 22nd head coach in Auburn history. His dad, Bruce, stepped down after the Final Four run, stepped down right at the beginning of the preseason. His Tigers are 1-0, trying to go to 2-0 tonight. Deep in the shot clock. Williams-Adams, fall away, money.
That elbow area has been a soft spot for this defense, and Auburn's found it.
Shelton had space, unable to finish with 4 threes tonight. Magwood steps into it. Overton had a hand, but knocked away from behind. Shelton again. Got it.
Sheldon stepped into the shot quick, but great footwork. It all started with good footwork. He has his feet ready and hands ready.
Back-to-back games.
That shot.
Sorry, Coach. Back-to-back games with 15 points for Shelton. Ball out of bounds.
Just great pass to the inside, and Sway, instead of going into the defense, just pulls up and takes a nice 12-footer to knock it down. So many young players would attack the defense and just get into a crowd and not be able to complete that shot. Great IQ by Sway to knock down that 12-footer.
Shelton to the free throw line. Leading scorer with 15, give him 16, new season high after the 15-point performance on Monday. Got them both. Magwood working with Bashir. Last 2 possessions have gone deep in the shot clock for Auburn. Last Auburn player to do that was Sharif Cooper for the Tigers, and that was to score back-to-back 20-point games to start his Auburn career. And he led the Big 12 and UCF last year in scoring. Dorsett pumps the brakes, fall away, and hits. Nice move.
Great shot off over Philip Jovic to extend and rise up and make the shot.
And he's coming off a 19-point performance in the opener. Magwood spun down the lane, had to kick out as he got in trouble. That's the fall away short for Kabir Kennedy. To the corner.
Another rebound by Hall, taking it down the floor under control.
And got it and one.
Switches to his right. Just keep growing as that player. You saw his success last year at Central Florida in the Big 12, leading scorer. It's just a matter of finding a system that he can contribute, not only in scoring, but getting to the free throw line and defending.
Well, and not only that, he knocks him down when he gets there. I mean, he was 16 for 18 against Bethune-Cookman at the free throw line. He's 10 of 11 tonight.
Okay, and just with 6 minutes to go, there'll be a little bit more opportunities for him in that category.
Whistle from Chris Ford. And Kevin Overton called for a foul that will send Shelton to the free throw line. And for Overton, that is his 4th, I believe. Shelton 2 of 2 tonight, making 3 of 3.
Shelton has shown a lot of skill in terms of his shot selection, his ability to make shots, but just staying with their offense, going 5 for 10 right now.
Now with 19 points after converting on the free throws. Overton zips one to Bashir. Just trying to eat some seconds off this clock of 73-47. Jovic muscling his way up, left it short, second attempt, rattles in. Reversing his Dorsett to Brogna, runs into Jovic, no foul, and Overton rips it down.
Great help by Jovic, and then he's rewarded with the pass from Overton.
Got it blocked, Pettiford, left-hand finish uncontested. Scribes letting them play a little bit on both ends underneath. 30-point Auburn lead. And a whistle on the floor. And that will end the night for Kevin Overton. That's his fifth. That will send Mushalik back in the ballgame.
You know, it's just bodies collided there, and Kevin Overton is a very strong young man, especially upper body strength, and he was called for the foul in that situation, his fifth of the night. But once again, another young man, Overton, and Sebastian Williams-Adams and Keyshawn Hall just growing into the system and improving every game.
Well, the thing I like about Overton, he comes from a winning program in Texas Tech. I mean, a team that went to the Elite Eight last year. He averaged 7 points, 3 rebounds on that team.
And he's a blue-collar type ball player. He's involved all the time at the defensive end, help position, taking away inside, great on-the-ball defender.
He's one. Him and Tahad Pettiford have a lot of chemistry watching today in practice. Jovic on a second chance on the offensive rebound. Has 6 tonight for the Tigers. Shelton now with 21. Here he's flying high. It hangs on the rim and falls out. Pettiford coast to coast. Caught on the rim. Goes back up. Mushalik thinks about it. Fires. Backside rebound. Hall blocked underneath. And a foul. It'll be against Brogna for Merrimack. Mentioned more opportunities for Hall at the line. Both teams in the double bonus. Hall the leading scorer, 23 points. And continues to be nails at the free throw line. He's 11 of 12. Again, now with a 2-game sample size, I think that's probably going to be in the scouting report moving forward on Keyshawn Hall.
Well, it certainly is. I mean, you just watch clips on him. He's outstanding talent.
Speed, changing direction.
The ability to draw fouls.
Well, and Tahad Pettiford, when he makes it to the NBA, he is going to join a long list of Tigers that are on NBA rosters currently. With the lob, a chance for Freeman. Disrupted underneath.
But what you see with Tahad, his ability, his vertical to take off instantaneously on the...
...in expectation in Auburn.
Well, it shows what a great job Coach Bruce Pearl has done, and his staff, Steven, and everyone else, Ira Bowman, and everyone else in terms of player development, discipline on defense, respecting your teammates, but then the conditioning of the strength and the ability to play every possession in a physical manner is key.
Sorry, Coach. Caden Magwood, his first bucket as an Auburn Tiger.
Ironically, we talked about the fact that Tahad has to be a leader.
Because Tahad, I mean, that shows maturity much greater than your average sophomore.
Right. He has to be that voice of encouragement, but also understand these fellas, the mental toughness that need to project throughout the season.
2:45 to go. Macwood pushing and stopped by Dorsett. Around the zone, Bashir got it.
Showed a lot of quickness, good form, but that's where Bashir has to go. It's got to be a quick release. He's got all the mechanics. He's got to be a little bit quicker with his release.
Quick release for Ty Dorsett, just didn't go. Bashir goes inside, put it on the floor for Williams Adams, and bumped. Another look at Abdul Bashir. Nice stroke.
It all starts being on balance, on the shot. Just the follow through was perfect. Can't say enough about Sway, Sebastian Williams Adams. He, you know, as a sophomore, as a freshman, only in his second regular season game.
Oh.
At 6'7", learning curve is to the top.
Well, he gets it honest. His mom was the NBC Player of the Year at Wichita State. Offensive board, Mushalik. Eight to shoot. Bashir foul driving down the lane. But now the double bonus, that's the move with a minute 52 left. Bashir Jr. from Omaha, Nebraska, played at Casper College. Second team JUCO All-American. Good get for Auburn, a player that shot 41% from the field in the JUCO ranks, 87% from the free throw line, and he's a good three-point shooter. He's got one tonight.
And I believe he has a twin brother that's just as good as he is, playing at Kansas State.
He does indeed.
I wonder who was the shooter in that family, mom or dad?
How about both? Oh, big hammer. Ernest Shelton shooting the trays all night. There, he's got the one-handed jam. Jovic backing down.
Yeah,
that's what sold it.
Merrimack shooting 29% for the game, shot 32% against South Dakota State. Just, they've got to find a way offensively, I would say, to get a new scheme to compete with the personnel they have.
It's happened a few times tonight. Rattles on the rim, hangs on, and falls out. There it did for Stinson. 45 seconds as the clock ticks down.
Scout team to be in there right now, just show their anxiousness to play this game.
Jovic was a step behind and had the obvious reach in. This is game 2 of a 3-game homestand for Auburn. Tigers get Wofford early next week. And life on the road will continue for Merrimack. They go to Tarleton State on the 11th.
We have the brother of Dylan Cardwell, Drake, in the game, along with Reed Trapp.
Tigers gonna hold it. And the Auburn Tigers are going to enjoy a 95-57 win to improve to 2-0 in the Stephen Pearl era for Auburn men.